I'm going to show you something that should be impossible. I asked ChatGPT a simple question: who won the 2023 Nobel Prize in Physics? It gave me 3 names: confident, detailed, convincing. There's just one problem. It was completely wrong. Every single name. Made up, fabricated, a total hallucination. And here's what keeps AI researchers awake at night. The AI had no idea it was lying. It wasn't trying to deceive me. It genuinely believed it was telling the truth. This is called AI hallucination. And it's not a bug that's going to be fixed next update. It's a fundamental feature of how these systems work. And as AI gets more powerful, more integrated into our lives, this problem isn't getting better. It's getting worse and more dangerous. By the end of this video, you'll understand why AI hallucinates, why it's nearly impossible to stop, and why the solution might be more terrifying than the problem. Let me give you another example. A lawyer used ChatGPT to research cases for a legal brief. The AI provided 6 cases. Perfect precedents, exactly what he needed. He submitted the brief to court, and that's when everything fell apart. None of the cases existed. The AI had invented case names, fake judges, fictional legal precedents. The lawyer was fined, humiliated, nearly disbarred. But here's the disturbing part. When pressed, he showed the court his ChatGPT conversations. The AI had even generated fake case excerpts with quotes. When he asked ChatGPT to verify the cases, it confidently assured him they were real. The AI was hallucinating, and then hallucinating about its hallucinations. This isn't rare. This happens millions of times every day. AI hallucinates about historical facts, about scientific research, about people who don't exist, about events that never happened. And the scarier it gets, the more confident the AI sounds, the more likely it's hallucinating. Here's why. These AIs aren't databases. They're not looking things up. They're predicting what words should come next based on patterns. They're essentially very sophisticated autocomplete. When you ask ChatGPT a question, it's not searching for the answer. It's generating text that looks like an answer. And sometimes that text is pure fiction. Think about that for a second. We're building a world where AI writes news articles, generates medical advice, tutors students, writes code, makes financial recommendations, and none of them actually know anything. They're just really good at sounding like they do. So why does this happen? Why can't we just fix it? To understand, you need to understand how these AIs actually work. Imagine you're trying to complete this sentence. The capital of France is... Easy, right? Paris. Now complete this. The smallest country in the world is... You probably said Vatican City, and you're right. But how did you know that? You remembered it. You learned it. You can verify it. AI doesn't work that way. AI is a massive statistical model. It's been trained on billions of pages of text from the internet, and it learned patterns, probabilities, which words tend to follow other words. When you ask it, what's the capital of France? It's not remembering Paris, it's calculating that the word Paris has an extremely high probability of following that question based on all the text it's seen. This works great most of the time. But here's the problem. The AI has no concept of truth, only probability. If you ask it about something obscure, something that wasn't in its training data very much, it doesn't say, I don't know. It can't. That's not how it works. Instead, it generates the most probable sounding answer based on patterns. Even if that answer is completely made up, It's like asking someone to finish a sentence in a language they barely speak. They'll give you something that sounds right, but it might be total nonsense. And here's the really disturbing part. The more you ask it to elaborate, the more detailed its hallucinations become. You ask it about a fake research paper. It invents the author's name, their university, the year it was published, key findings, citations, all fabricated, all confident, because once it commits to the hallucination, every subsequent word is based on the hallucination. It's building a house of cards made of probabilities. And it sounds completely convincing. This is why AI researchers call it the confidence problem. The AI is most confident when it's hallucinating because it's not constrained by reality. It can generate whatever fits the pattern best. Truth is messy. Truth is complicated. Truth has exceptions and nuances. Hallucinations are clean. They follow perfect patterns. They sound better than the truth. Now let me tell you about the real-world consequences. AI medical chatbots have given dangerous advice. Recommendations to stop taking prescribed medications, suggesting treatments that don't exist. In documented cases, advice that could have been life-threatening if followed. AI-generated news articles have spread false information about politicians, celebrities, scientific discoveries. They look real, they read real, but they're fiction. Students are using AI to write essays about historical events that never happened, about scientific principles that don't exist. And teachers can't tell the difference. An AI system designed to screen job applicants started inventing qualifications for candidates, making up degrees, fabricated work experience. Companies were hiring people based on hallucinated credentials. Here's one that should terrify you. AI is now being used to generate evidence in legal cases, synthetic documents, fake emails, fabricated communications. And the technology is getting so good that forensic experts can't reliably tell what's real anymore. We're entering a world where reality itself becomes negotiable, where truth is just whatever sounds most convincing. But it gets worse, because we're not just dealing with accidental hallucinations anymore. We're dealing with intentional manipulation. Bad actors have figured out how to exploit AI hallucinations. They're prompt engineering AIs to generate fake research papers that support their agenda, fake news articles that spread disinformation, fake historical records that rewrite the past. And because AI-generated content floods the internet, future AIs will be trained on this polluted data. They'll hallucinate based on previous hallucinations. Truth will become increasingly diluted. Researchers call this model collapse. When AIs train on AI-generated data, they start producing more and more hallucinations. The quality degrades. Reality drifts. And we're already seeing it happen. Recent studies show that newer AI models hallucinate more than older ones, not because they're worse, but because they're training on an internet increasingly filled with AI-generated fiction. We're creating a feedback loop of unreality. So can we fix this? Can we make AI stop hallucinating? The short answer, not really. Not completely. Not with how these systems fundamentally work. But there are approaches. Let me explain the current solutions and their problems. Solution 1. Just make the AI say, "I don't know," more often. Sounds simple, right? Train the AI to recognize when it's uncertain and admit it. The problem, the AI doesn't know when it's uncertain. Remember, it's just predicting words. It has no internal concept of knowledge versus guessing. It's confident about everything. You can train it to add phrases like, "I'm not certain," or "this might not be accurate," but that's just adding more probable words. It doesn't actually reflect real uncertainty. Solution 2. Connect AI to real-time search and databases. This is what Google's Bard and Microsoft's Bing AI try to do. They search the internet and pull real information before generating answers. Better, but not solved. Because now the AI has to interpret the search results, and it can still hallucinate about what it finds. It can misread sources, combine information incorrectly, generate false citations. Plus, what if the search results themselves contain AI-generated hallucinations? We're back to the feedback loop. Solution 3. Have multiple AIs check each other's work. One AI generates an answer, another AI verifies it. A third AI judges consistency. This helps. It catches some hallucinations, but it's computationally expensive. It's slow. And crucially, all the AIs share the same fundamental flaw. They're all based on probability, not truth. It's like having 3 people who don't speak a language check each other's translations. They'll give you something that sounds right, but it might be total nonsense. Solution 4. Train AI on only verified factual data. Curate the training data carefully, remove anything unreliable. The problem, this massively limits what the AI can do. You lose creativity, flexibility, the ability to work with new information. And you still can't verify everything. Human knowledge itself contains errors. Plus, who decides what's factual, what's verified? That becomes a political and philosophical problem, not just a technical one. Truth is, hallucination might be the price we pay for AI's brilliance. The same mechanism that lets it create art, ideas, and innovation
is the same one that makes it hallucinate. You can't have one without the other. It's like asking for fire that doesn't burn or water that isn't wet. So where does that leave us? We're building a world where AI writes our news, teaches our children, diagnoses our illnesses, drafts our laws, creates our evidence, and rewrites our history. And every single one of them hallucinates. The solution isn't going to be purely technological. It's going to be cultural, educational. We need to start teaching people that AI isn't an oracle. It's a tool. That confidence doesn't mean truth. That verification isn't optional. It's survival. We need systems that track sources, flag AI-generated content, and keep the chain of truth intact. But even more than that, we need to remember something simple. Just because an AI said it doesn't make it true, even when it sounds convincing, especially when it sounds convincing. Because in the age of AI, the most dangerous lies won't be the obvious ones. They'll be the ones that sound exactly like truth. The question isn't whether AI will stop hallucinating. It won't. The real question is, will we learn to tell the difference?